ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Bandai Limited Movie Monster Series Godzilla Store exclusive Super Mechagodzilla. Now before I get into the meat and potatoes of this review, I'm gonna knock out all the burning questions, because I know you have them. Does he scale well with 1991 Movie Monster Series Godzilla? Nah, not really. Pretty sure he was a bit taller than Godzilla, but Is he smaller than the original Mechagodzilla mold that had been passed around a couple of lines? You bet your sweet bippy he is. Still prefer the newer one's head sculpt. Is he smaller than the recently released Movie Monster Series Kiryu 2002 figure? Ew, what the f? And now, most importantly, am I upset about this thing's diminishing size like I am Destroya? The short answer is no, not really. Am I a hypocrite for that? Yeah, probably. Destroya is much smaller than this guy is. Honestly, looking at how small Destroya is in comparison, this could have been a lot worse. Officially, Destroya is about this tall, and Mechagodzilla is about this tall. How in the fuck? First up, let's take a look at this tag, our very first Movie Monster Series release of 2023. Super Mechagodzilla. Great tag image there, Bandai. Here be the back. Movie Monster Series Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Here do be the inside. And since this is indeed an exclusive figure, we're going to have to double sleeve him with a penny sleeve and a top loader for Super Tin Can. So right up front, I'm sure you can see my cannons are a little bit on the warped side. Yeah, it kinda sucks, but just like with the size, I kinda really don't mind, as long as it doesn't look like silly straws going all over the place. Here that is from a top-down view. Yeah, a little slanted to the side, but they've been bouncing back since I got them out of the box. For those curious, when I got them out of the box, they kinda looked like this. So the fact that they've come back to all the way about over here is pretty nice. Should have been plastic there, Bandai. You did it with Batra, you did it with Mechagodzilla, you did it with Jet Jaguar Beta. You could have done it with these. But then I guess that would have increased the possibility of broken cannons out of the box, so maybe not. Paint and detail-wise, I think Super Mechagodzilla is looking rather nice. I mean, just look at how shiny he is. God damn. But just like his Movie Monster Series brethren, 2002 Kiryu, he really should have had the wiring and such at least painted black, both on the sides over here, in his elbows. Whoop, there he fell. And this might be asking for too much, but these should have been painted too. But like I said in my Kiryu review, I think this guy looks okay. I really do dig this all shiny silver look. Honestly, I think this is one of the Mechagodzillas that can get away with just being one solid color. But of course, it's not just all silver, as we do have yellow for the eyes, and look at the little finite details in his eyes, those lines going up and down. That is awesome. This is yet another thing that I prefer with the newer release, as the original release, while a metallic gold, they kind of do feel a little on the blandish side. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. Damn, they painted these. They painted that. They did all that. Yeah, despite really liking this guy's shiny disposition, I'm gonna give paint a half a star. He could have used more, but I still do enforce the whole I think he looks good was just solid silver. Yeah, whatever. Detail-wise, looking at Garuda over here, it's looking fantastic. I love the amount of detail that was crammed into this thing. It's especially nice that the cockpit over here, I believe that's what that is actually a raised up portion of this sculpt. It's not just a flat whatever the hell. As you can see here, it actually comes off over here, which is really nice. Oh yeah, the detail up here is great. The detail down here too is very unexpected. Could have used a little bit more, but still unexpected, enjoyable. The sides of Garuda over here look great as well. Honestly, Bandai, you could be making good money with the Bandai movie vehicle series. Vinyl fan favorite Godzilla series vehicles and beyond. I think there's a market there, Bandai. Should give it a shot. Garuda's cannons over here surprisingly have their fair share of detail as well. Mostly over here, you'll get a little bit over here, and then once you get to the tip, there's even more detail. Dirty joke, dirty joke, dirty joke. Yeah, you're gonna see quite a bit up here, and I don't know, I feel like that just extravagances, not a word. Super Mechagodzilla's shelf presence, just like, damn, that looks really, really nice. I dig it. I like it. Speaking of which, we will get a fair amount of detail on the side of Super Mechagodzilla's head. In my review of the original Movie Monster Series release of Mechagodzilla, he had a lot more detail, especially on the back of his head. At least that's how I feel, but I gotta give this figure credit. It's still there. It's present. It just doesn't look as impressive, personally. Yeah, that just looks a lot better. Still prefer the new head over this one just because of how it looks, but yeah. this is a lot less impressive. Yeah, I prefer this guy's head sculpt over this guy's head sculpt because he feels a little more rounded off, and I don't know if that's accurate or not. I really don't care. I just think this looks better than this, sculpt-wise. Okay, looking at Mechagodzilla's head once more, we're going to have those details on the eyes over here, the little lines, they look fantastic, and that yellow paint is very clean. We're gonna get even more tiny little details right up here, which is very, very nice. Some nice sculpted in teeth inside of his mouth for good measure. Looking good on all fronts, really. I like it. Moving into the neck, chest, torso area, a lot of very simple detail, but it is all present and it is looking nice. Mechagodzilla's pancake pectorals over here be looking pretty cool, and it's nice to see that that little vent-ish looking detail under them is going to be present. Super Mechagodzilla, like in the movie, is going to have this little belly button over here. I don't remember what in the heck it was called, but this is new to this release. Whereas the original release is kind of blank there, and this one is not. In fact, I think there's actually a hatch over there that opens revealing this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nice minute details on the waist and crotch areas. What the hell is that? Looks like special sauce. Some nice details on the side of the figure as well. Both sides, in fact. Got two little boltish looking things over here, which is nice. Super Mechagodzilla's bulbous thighs and kneecaps over here are going to be on full friggin' display, and they look so good. And of course, we got the little thrusters on the side over here and on the front. Are they thrusters? I don't remember. These, I remember, are definitely thrusters on the backs of his thighs over here. More unpainted detail over here, but more fantastic detail regardless on the other sides of the legs. Mostly the same on the opposite side. This one 2, this one 3, and hey yo, look at that! They actually put detail on the bottom of his feet. 2022-2002 Kiryu asks why. Got some nice detail on the bottom of the tail over here. Some scuffage going on there, unfortunately. Got his little dorsal nubs going down to the tip of the tail, where it kind of just smoothens out to a missile looking thing. And then moving back up to the arms, since I skipped them for whatever reason, the detail on the arms is about the same as the rest of the figure is, but moving the figure to the opposite side, you'll get a better look at the detail on the inside of the hands over here, and I quite like this a lot. And I'm especially just a big fan that the detail on the tops of the hands is going to be as good as the detail on the inside of the hands as well. It's all discernible. I like it. I'm feeling a solid star in terms of detail. You can hate it for its size, you can hate it for its lack thereof paint, but detail-wise, Bandai knocks it out of the park, much to the surprise of nobody. Now, I guess we can get right into articulation, and this guy's got quite a lot more than I was expecting. Now, originally, I was just expecting the arms over here because Bandai likes to glue seal stuff for the heads, but thankfully, no glue seal at the head. You will get a full swivel there. And the last particular bit of articulation, surprisingly, is going to be rotatable cannons over here. So even if they do arrive a little warped, you can just swivel them about into a better position. There you go. They're aiming up now. In retrospect, this looks a lot worse. Yep, both can do the same. He's aiming upwards, guys. Give him a break. But for the most part, I like to keep them in a pose where they are mostly leveled-ish. And that's about... Holy crap. Much to my surprise, we're gonna get articulation at the tail. Holy hell! Bandai just loves their mechs and their robots having a oodles amount of articulation more than their organic monsters. It's alright, Bandai. Jerks. Now we can move on over into size comparisons. Oh yeah, he's short, and I think he might actually be the shortest one that Bandai's ever made for a mainline series like this. If that turns you away, it turns you away. I don't know what to really say. I've been operating within the mindset that if the movie monster series ever got around to a Heisei Mechagodzilla, he would likely just be all chrome with yellow eyes, and I'd be fine with it. And here I am, holding a chrome Mechagodzilla with only yellow eyes, and I'm totally fine with it. My indifference towards the design might be what's speaking a little extra loud here, but I feel like I've just been prepared for this, you know? Not so much the height of it all, but still serviceable. Perfectly serviceable. And yes, I am going to remain forever pissy about short Destroya over here, because somehow, even though this thing is really short, Destroya is even shorter. Yes! Destroya! The devil crab! I don't know, fam. I like it. I don't love it. I like it. I think it's okay. Yes, I have my issues with the release, but at the end of the day, I mean, we've seen some pretty bad movie monster series figures in recent years. This guy's not too bad. Final rating. I'll try and get my hypocrisy under wraps between this release and the next slew of releases that we'll be seeing at the end of next month. Until then, everybody, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a lovely day, afternoon, or night whenever you watch this, whenever this premieres or just shows up, and I'll see you all next week. Peace.